Right now at 6 o'clock, both an adult and a child seriously hurt in an early morning fire in Hartford. We'll have a live report in minutes.
Plus, all across the nation, it was a weekend full of celebrations that took a turn for the worst. What we know so far in the deadly shootings that swept the country.
We must continue with love and peace. We must continue with love and peace.
Also, a community in mourning after a UConn student was shot and killed in Hartford. We're going to have the latest on what police are saying about the shooting.
And today, the nation is celebrating Juneteenth. Ahead, we take a look at how our state is celebrating the new federal holiday. All that and more starts right now.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good Monday morning. Thanks so much for starting off your day and your new week here with us. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Yes, good morning. We hope all you fathers out there had a good Father's Day and happy Juneteenth today. We'll have a lot more on that. But let's start with the forecast.
Yeah, we're checking in with meteorologist Rachel Piscatelli on this Monday morning. Nice and wild out.
Yeah. It's a gorgeous start to the day. Mostly clear skies are out there this morning. A bit of a muted sky at times today, as we will have some smoke in our atmosphere, but our air quality will be good to moderate today. 59 right now in Hartford, so starting off in the 50s and in the 60s. 64 in New Haven. It's 61 in Chester. Good morning to you. And 58 over in Norwich. You'll also start to see this percentage below our icons kind of start to come up just a bit. There is a spotty shower chance this afternoon. Otherwise, mostly dry conditions, mix of sun and clouds, temperatures climbing into the mid to upper 70s this afternoon. Tonight down into the 50s and in the 60s. Another chance for some spotty showers for Tuesday, and then we're warming up. We'll talk about that coming up in just a bit. 6:02. Let's get a check on those roads. Lauren, good morning.
Good morning to you, Rach. Good morning, everyone. As of right now, no crashes or incidents out on the roadways. Do want to bring our attention over to the Haddam area, though, because we do still have the East Haddam Swing Bridge closure. Unfortunately, this is going to last until Wednesday at about 11 a.m. as we take a look. The alternate routes, if you are going to be traveling northbound, the Aragoni Bridge is going to be your best bet in Middletown. And then if you are traveling southbound or coming from the south, the Baldwin Bridge in Old Saybrook on I-95. Taking a live look at on I-91, north and southbound out in the capital city. Things are looking great this morning. As we move on into New Britain Ave to the Hartford Tunnel via I-84, looking good. Route 2 moving smooth. The construction over in Milford has cleared, and taking a live look out in Fairfield and New Haven, things aren't looking too bad out there. We'll check back in on the roads coming up at 6:30. For now, Tim and Erica, back over to you.
Fire officials in Hartford are investigating an early morning fire that displaced 10 people. 4 of them were hurt.
Yeah, it happened on Bulkley Avenue right off of Park Street, and that's where Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is. She's live at the scene. Brooke, I guess some of these injuries are pretty serious, yes?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. There were 5 people in total taken to the hospital. One of them was a firefighter. He is expected to be okay. The other 4 people were trapped inside this house here, and 2 of them, police tell me, have very serious, even critical injuries this morning. You can see the windows busted out. There's a lot of debris on the side. The home next to it actually even has some melted siding, so this was very serious. Firefighters tell me they were called to this multi-family home just after 1 o'clock this morning. When they arrived, they found a heavy fire in the kitchen area, and then that was spreading up to the 2nd floor already. They said there was a lot of smoke up there as well. Hartford police tell us 4 people were rescued and taken to the hospital. Out of those 4, 1 adult and 1 child were given CPR and then taken away with serious and now critical injuries. The other 2 adults are currently being treated for smoke inhalation. We are told a firefighter was also injured when he tried to break out a window, and he ended up cutting up his hands. He's been taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. Firefighters tell us altogether 7 adults and 3 children are without a home this morning. Again, just a very serious fire here off Park Street in Hartford this morning. Lots of injuries, lots of people displaced. The Red Cross is working with those families, trying to figure out where they can go somewhere safe now that their home had caught on fire early this morning. Of course, it is too early to tell what exactly started that fire, but the Major Crimes Unit with the Hartford Police Department and the Hartford Fire Department are all here trying to figure out what happened, and we'll give you that information as soon as they give it to us. Live in Hartford, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Okay, Brooke, thank you. Yeah, we will get an update for all of you out there as soon as we get it. Let's take you a little bit to the north now in Bloomfield, where the fire marshal's office is still investigating the cause of an early morning fire at a commercial building.
And Fox 61's Angela Bavaro is joining us live at the scene on West Newbury Road with what we know so far. Angela, good morning.
Erica, Tim, good morning. And at this hour, as you can see behind me, the fire marshal's office is still on scene investigating the cause of this fire. The good news, they tell us that no injuries were reported during this fire. This all being reported just before 3 o'clock this morning. And this morning, the damage that we are seeing is extensive to this building. Take a look for yourself. Lots of burn damage, especially to the front of this building. Windows blown out, debris scattered all over the floor. Inside, a mess as well. The fire marshal's office telling us that this is a commercial building. They are still trying to track down exactly who owns this building, the business that was in here, but nobody was in here during the fire that was reported, again, just before 3 o'clock this morning. No injuries to any firefighters as well. Now, in terms of the area where we are this morning, pretty desolate around here. Lots of commercial properties in this area, but lots of woods around here. So not really residential. Of course, as we get any more information about what exactly caused this and who exactly owns this property, we'll pass those updates to you at home. But for now, reporting live here in Bloomfield, I'm Angelo Bavar, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Okay, Angelo, thank you for that report. We certainly appreciate it. All right, 6:06 this morning. There was a sizable turnout in Hartford yesterday as people came together to remember 18-year-old Zaid Langs Myers of Windsor, a UConn student who was shot and killed late Tuesday night. Now, some people brought purple and green balloons there to celebrate his life. Langs Myers had just completed his first year at UConn after graduating from Prince Tech in Hartford, where he played basketball and ran track. We don't know who killed him at this point, but family and friends told us they hope an arrest will be made soon.
His soul and his spirit is forever. His body might be gone, but I feel him in me. So one thing I want everyone to take away from here is that we must continue with love and peace. We must continue with love and peace.
Well, Hartford Police said it was the 12th killing in the city so far this year. If you have any information or saw anything, Hartford Police have asked you to please come forward.
In East Hartford this morning, police are investigating after they say a woman was found beaten to death.
Yeah, police said when they got into her home, they found her unresponsive. They still don't have any answers as to who the woman is, how this all happened, or if there's even a person of interest. Right now, they said it seems like it was an isolated incident, so there's no other threat to the public.
And developing news this morning from the Coast Guard. They've announced on Twitter that the search for Connecticut diver Ryan Prue has been suspended. Yesterday, Twitter post saying that crews have searched more than 673 square miles for the 31-year-old. Prue left his job as a police officer in 2021 to fulfill his lifelong dream. He was a charter boat captain and seasoned diver, and he was last seen free diving in the Bahamas, Bimini Islands. Again, authorities have called off their search, but family and friends are shocked and heartbroken.
They were diving this wreck, and they've already dove it numerous times. Ryan went down for a dive at approximately 6:20. He was watched diving down at approximately 1 minute 30 seconds, which would be an average dive for him. His buddy on the surface started to look around and didn't see him.
The Coast Guard and his best friend tell us that Prue was last seen wearing a green top, board shorts, and red fins as of this morning. The GoFundMe page, which will be used for continuing their search for Prue, has reached nearly $13,000.
We have developing news in New Haven this morning. Police are still investigating after a man was shot in the parking lot of Cody's Diner. That's on Water Street. It happened around 3 a.m. yesterday, and police told us when they got there, they found the man on the ground. Right now, he is stable at a hospital, but police have not yet announced any suspects as to who shot him.
The U.S. is celebrating the newest federal holiday, Juneteenth. Juneteenth, officially observed every June 19th, memorializes America's official end of slavery after the Emancipation Proclamation of 1863. Now, because Juneteenth is a federal holiday, federal offices like the Post Office, Wall Street, and most major banks will be closed. Schools also not open. However, some major retailers like Walmart and Target, as well as some restaurants, are going to operate their normal hours. And later in the hour, we're going to take a look at how Connecticut is celebrating Juneteenth today.